Hello everyone and welcome back to Rayman 3 HD on the Xbox 360. I'm on Walsh yet again, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we're taking on what many people consider to be the single hardest boss of the game. This here, ladies and gentlemen, is Reflux the Canaran, and this Canaran is technically weaker than all the other Canarans, and I have no idea how he is the champion, considering he's the only Canaran we can actually damage in the entire game, which is kind of what? But anyway, to start things off, he will start by spinning around the arena, and you will need to just simply run away from him until he stops spinning. Now, as time goes on, later on, you'll have to get hit by him in order for him to start spinning, at least from what I can tell. And then after that, you'll sometimes have a weak period where he'll have to have a break, and he'll shoot these energy blasts at you. Whenever he has that period, you want to go down and grab a punchy punch power from the side of the arena, and just punch his staff for massive damage. Just continuously punch the staff and dodging the energy blasts as much as you can. And also from time to time, he will also initiate a shockwave move whenever he's at the very dead center of the arena itself, in which case you will simply need to jump over the NG that's crossing the floor in order to survive. Now, in terms of a boss fight, this is really challenging boss fight if you don't have the pattern down. If you don't have the pattern down, you will always have trouble with this boss fight, you will always lose, you will always take a lot of damage. And even if you have the pattern down like me, you will also take a lot of damage as well, especially in comparison to the amount of damage that he takes himself. Now, this is a shockwave move I told you about. He'll just shockwave. He has two types of shockwave moves. He usually has one that just goes out like this, and another one that sort of goes from the sides like a clock hand, and you need to jump over it. It's not a bad little thing. It's very easy to dodge these moves, but you know, if you're very bad at jumping, if you're very bad at timing your hits and what have you, it can really put you off. What can I say? But as time goes on, you'll start getting faster and faster. You'll start receiving less damage, and it's mainly a marathon. You know, this level is you mainly have to think about, okay, how can I take care of him without getting hit as much as he hits me? You know, folks, I need to hit him more than he hits me, basically. And well, it seems like I'm doing a pretty good job by here. This isn't the best run I've ever had in this boss fight. But yeah, now he's got half his health bar left. He's going to go into phase 2. Now, phase 2 is generally much more powerful. He's generally got more attack power behind him. And he has this new ability which shoots meteors from the skies. Whenever he shoots the meteors from the skies, well, just stay on the side of the arena like so in order to get extra health and collect all of the MacGuffins that happen to be there. And he's going to continue chasing you with this twirly move a lot more recklessly than he did before. And the best thing I can sort of say when it comes to this phase is either run away from him long enough until he goes back, or just get hit by him, which will default into his next part of the attack pattern, which is usually a lot quicker. Now, whenever you are on the side of the arena, climbing on the side of the arena, collecting power-ups like health and what have you, be careful, because NG blasts will pop in from the sides. And the best way to dodge those is to simply jump out of the way of them, and then immediately jump back around. Basically, you need to give them the old run around. Otherwise, you're going to get clipped, and you're going to lose a lot of health, which is something you don't want to do in this boss battle, because once you reach the second and third phases, things just get much harder. And he just all around gets much more tougher and much faster. I always found this really weird though. Like, he's the only Canaran in the game that you can hurt, yet he is meant to be the champion. That makes no sense to me. Like, it really confuses me. Like, no, if he was the champion, ow, he hit me. If he was the champion, he should be even more impossible to hurt than the other Canaran. That's just like, what? But I digress. Just continue rinsing, repeating. Now that we're on the third phase, it's exactly the same as the first two now, except just faster. So just get really good with timing your jumps. This is a platform game. You should be pretty skilled with your jump attacks by this point. So just continue jumping over everything he throws at you, run away from him, get hit by his little twirled ballerina dance move, because when you reach this phase, I don't know if there's a way to dodge it. I've never been able to in this phase. But enough punches and he goes down delicious. But yeah, that's a fun boss fight, but really challenging, but still really fun. I like it. I like it. Reflux is a good boss. What can I say?
Rayman, you fought heroically in the arena, even though it kills me to have to say it. Reflux has never known the taste of defeat. Shut up, you idiot. I'm the king.
Yes, Majesty.
As a reward, you shall receive the power of Leptus. Oh, Leptus! Oh, father of the Canarian people! Give to this mighty, mighty warrior the greatest of power!
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a brand new power, and it's nothing dramatic, it's nothing too epic, but if you guys remember Rayman number 1, we had the ability to poke our tongue out at enemies and sometimes scare the enemies away. Well, that power makes a bit of a return in this Rayman game, but first things first, let's kill this Hoodlum as an example guy. Now press RB and blah 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 blah. Oh god, you terrify the black lums back into red lums, and that is a fantastic power. Whenever you see a black lum now from now on, you can push the button, gain a little bit extra health from them, which is all fantastic. I love that. I love that whole thing. Plus, I love the throwback to Rayman 1 as well. But yeah, one thing I wanted to talk about with that particular cutscene that just happened, it had what I like to call French voice acting syndrome. Now, what do I mean? Well, every time something's made by French people, and they tend to do English voices or what have you, it always has... all the voice acting always seems to be the same sort of style, and I don't know what causes it. They always seem to rush over the words. They always go over each other's words constantly as they're talking, and I don't know why. This isn't the only instance where they do that either. They do it in the big green dub of Dragon Ball Z, because that was all done by a French company, where all the characters they just sound off. And I don't know why. It sounds like the same voice director did the voice direction of the big green dub as they did with this game at points. It's kind of like, what? And if anyone hasn't seen the big green dub of Dragon Ball Z, trust me, check it out. It's a guilty pleasure of mine. I love that dub so much. Hey, it's Big Green! Clearing! And they call Vegeta in that dub. It's hilarious. But anyway, with that, we are now outside of the Canaran's lair. We are now in the mainland desert of the Canaran itself, which means we can now make our way, finally, straight to the doctor's office. Which basically means it's a straight line from this point onwards. We're going to go straight to the doctor's office thingy, and we're going to try and get Glowbox sorted out once and for all. Will we? Well, that's to be seen, but considering our track record right now, you never know. You never really know, do you? Because we've been to about 2 to 3 doctors in the game now, and there's still... Glowbox is still unhealed, you know? Like, I know the Hoodlums are like the major bad guys of this game, but seriously, if we went for the fact the bad guy himself has happened to lodge himself inside of Glowbox, this game could easily just be called Rayman 3 Doctors. Doctor Appointment. Yeah, Doctor's Appointment. There we go. Rayman 3 Doctor's Appointment. Coming soon to the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. And you just know that someone will do that. Or the PlayStation 5 and Xbox 2. I don't know. Why did they call the Xbox One the Xbox One? That always confuses me. I never understood why. I'd want to get into too much of console debates here, but why? It's such a weird name to give a console, considering it's an original Xbox as well, which makes things even more confusing. But I digress. Let's just jump up here, free the teensies, get our punchy punch power, and move on outside of this area for good. Thank God. I am sick of this place. It creeps me out. I want to get to something a little bit more nice looking, something a bit more calming. And that we will be getting to, ladies and gentlemen, because the next couple of stages are some of my favourite looking levels of the entire game. But first, guys on stilts. Oh no, my one weakness. However, will I be able to defeat these guys? Well, fortunately, if we go up here, good old Teensy here will have a whirly willpower for us to manipulate and attack these goons with. You know, this area actually always gives me a little bit of trouble just because there's so many of them throwing bombs at you at once. You have to be pretty good with your dodging, at least from what I find, in order to damage them and take them out. So yeah, it's just a matter of running around, jumping over as many explosives as possible, and knocking out as many of these guys with the whirly whirl. It's harder than it looks, that's all I can say really, it's all I can really say. And also, as you can tell, the black lumps, they won't stay there forever whenever the enemy dies, so you do need to pick up the black lumps as quickly as possible. Now the big problem with the black lumps is, even though they'll be there, sometimes you need to be pretty damn close to them in order to effectively hurt them and get health out of them. So just be a bit careful involving that, because you can sometimes get yourself screwed by standing a bit too far away, which means you won't pick up the black thumb and you'll be cannon fodder for any enemies in the area, folks. So you do need to pay attention to that whenever you're fighting these goons. But fortunately, this area is not too difficult. Destroy all of these and we should, I think we're getting a swingy swing power for destroying these goons. Yep, swingy swing power, perfect. Alright, just grab this and then we can move on to the next area. Now there's actually a gem up in this next area right over there. You can probably see it right now. I don't know how to get it. Like, to this day, I have no idea how to get that gem. I've always struggled to get it because I just don't know how to go up there. So if anyone's wondering how to get a giant green glowing emerald gem, tough luck, I have no idea. Sorry. Look up another Let's Play or something, or look up a walkthrough, because I honestly, I've been playing this game for years and I've never found the way up there. But I digress. With that, just this is a new enemy type. He will spin when you get close to him. I think we've seen one of them before, but just in case we haven't, I'll explain it again. Basically, all you need to do is punch them until they go into the fire and kill themselves. Very annoying little enemy type to deal with. But they're really easy to deal with whenever you have the swing power, because you can just do your lightning bolt electrical energy blast thing on them, and you'll just send them back miles. It'll just do absolute massive damage, which is always a bonus. The camera wasn't very helpful there, was it? I want to punch you, but I can't quite see you. But yeah, I have no idea how to get that gem. This is me trying to figure it out for a little while. I don't spend too long back here because I want to get a move on. And, see, I've already given up. I didn't want to spend too much time myself. I've already had issues where I spent like an hour looking for something that I just had no idea where it was at the end of the day, so just didn't want to repeat that, you know, folks. I did not want to repeat that. But anyway, now we are heading into the next doctor's office area. And to start things off, I'm going to be doing a little bit of editing, because this one involves me pushing these buttons. You push the buttons, and you need to crush as many of these guys as much as possible. It takes a little bit of doing, so time to speed up. Uh-oh. So there we go. You be thankful I sped that up, because that's very annoying whenever, because you just have to hope to God that the hoodlums just happen to walk in the way of, they just have to happen to walk in the way of the crusher. So it can take between a few seconds to a really long time in order to crush all of them. So yeah, be thankful. Be thankful. Either way, this is one of the easier little secret areas to find. So just jump into this hallway. Oh my god, that's a lot of points. 5k points. Oh, that makes me feel a little tingly inside. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to move into the proper doctor's office again and continue onwards.
Oh, no, I'm not leaving this spot.
Well, okay. Rayman, what are you doing outside? You're meant to be in there with him. Go back in there, you fiend!
Oh, Goromak-san. Very tense. Rockery. I know how to drive out negative energy. Kitty, 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 kitty. Ooh.
No, I'm not coming out. I learned the habit of obeying orders.
Oh, yeah? Let's see about that. Otto!
Thinking your other stuff.
Romeo! Could you please hurry up?
Group therapy? Groovy. I totally dig those. Wow.
Ready? Oh, don't let him get away!
Dude, like the llama is so fast.
If he finds the energy to multiply, all is lost.
Exactly.
Come on! Wake up! Come on! This way! Ah! Nothing is lost, my brothers! Hear me! I know someone who can help us! Follow me! Reflux! I know that you dream of getting revenge against Rayman, and I need energy to multiply. Steal the scepter from your king, and I will serve you Rayman's head on a platter.
And there we go, ladies and gentlemen, with that plot element just unveiled to us, we now have Glowbox freed of the might of Andres. So what's going to happen? Well, you're going to have to tune in next time, I suppose, to find out. So thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't be sheepish, people, and I'll catch you all then. Bye!